Welcome back to the Saturday edition of the Locked On Women's Basketball Podcast. On this episode, we'll be predicting 2030 WNBA All-Stars, looking ahead to 5 years from now. What current stars are still top 25 caliber players? What college players / international prospects are we buying stock in? It's an ambitious idea. It's going to be wrong, but let's do it. Locked On Women's Basketball starts now.
You are Locked On Women's Basketball, your daily podcast on women's basketball. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome. You are Locked On Women's Basketball. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. This show is brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. My name's Hunter Cruse. I'm your Saturday host covering the WNBA and prospect scouting. Today I'm joined by my co-host Lincoln Shafer. Lincoln covers the draft here at the Next and Lost Women's Basketball. Emily is on vacation, but she's listening to us vibe out, break down our rankings here. For this concept, we're going to create a ranking together, but basically a 2030 All-Star team. We'll draft one by one to build out 24 players. Then we'll mention some honorable mentions at the end of that. So, Lincoln, to start out, who's your number one player? And also with this, I don't think number one necessarily means this is going to be the best player. It's more just like the best odds as well, if you want to say that too. Mix between like safe plays, but we'll throw in some long shots as well to make it fun as well here.
Yeah, I am just going to choose the player that I think is going to be the best player in the world in 2030. Yeah. And that's Sarah Strong at UConn right now. She is everything you could possibly ask for in a basketball player. She's a good three-point shooter. She scores incredibly efficiently inside the arc. She's a good passer and an elite defender. Sarah Strong is my best bet for who the best player in the world will be in 5 years.
Interesting. Sarah Strong is currently 19 years old. Entering that 2030 season, she'll be 24. That will be her third season. So we look at, I think Asia won her first MVP in year 3. Mm-hmm. Was Stewie a year 2? Might have been year 2.
Stewie, I think, was year 2.
So it's the all-time greats. They're gonna usually, like Candace, year 1, of course. So these forwards, they typically do.
That age 24, age 25 season is when all-timers really show that they're all-timers.
Yes. For my first pick, I'm going to go with someone. I'm going to take Caitlin Clark here at number 2.
Reasonable. Yeah, second on my list as well.
She's 23 now. She'll be 28. Typically, that's like the middle of your prime, if not like entering your prime. Like Fee this year, 28. Age is 28. So I think Caitlin is the best bet if we're talking about highest chances, because obviously the talent as well, but being the most popular player as well, on top of that, you're going to get fan votes every year.
Right. It's more likely that she is the leading fan getter every season of her career, basically.
Yeah.
Are we going to snake this, or am I going again?
You go.
Okay.
We'll go back and forth.
I'll take Paige. Paige Bueckers is another one of these that's just going to be an all-star every year that she's healthy and playing, because she's that good and she's that popular.
Yeah, I think Paige as well is going to be 28 entering that year as well, so middle of her prime. The one issue with Paige could be injuries, but I think if she's healthy, she's been healthy the last couple of years, so there's some confidence there that she'll still be playing at a high level by age 28. Next pick for me, I'm going to take Aaliyah Boston here.
Yep.
Aaliyah, same as well, all of that same age group. Aaliyah, 23 now, will be 28 in 2030. These are the locks. Like, I honestly think like the first group of players we'll talk about segment 1, they're locks. It opens up though from there, but I've got Aaliyah there.
Yeah, that is almost inarguable. I think I'm gonna take Asia Wilson next. She's gonna be 32, 33 going into that season, and And as we've seen with her size, if she can transition to playing a little bit more of the five, and where she's not so reliant on explosiveness and athleticism, she's so skilled and so good at like understanding the game around her that her game should age very gracefully here.
And age 33 season, she will be the same age as AT is now. Other age 33 All-Stars this year was like Kayla McBride was an All-Star at age 33. I think she'll be at that level. Typically as well, the all-time great players are going to be All-Star caliber players through, like they're going to make the All-Star team no matter what. But as I was tracking this, I went through and calculated how many players since 2016 were All-Stars or All-W players in their age 32 or older seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It was 5 this year, 6 the year before, 5, 4, 7, 3, 2, 7, 5, 2. So the floor is 2, the peak is 7, and I think Asia is going to be one of those group of players. Next player that would fit that billing is Nafisa Collier. 28 now, turns 29 after the season, so she'll be 33-ish in that 2030 season. I think as well, she's just so efficient. We see what NECA's level of play is in her age. I have no doubt that she's going to be at that level as well.
Yeah, those are the top 6. I think that's kind of. I might have a tier break there.
I have one more player.
One more?
Group. One more player.
Okay, talk to me.
It's your pick. It's your pick now.
Yeah, it is my pick. My next player on my list is Sabrina Ionescu. Who is?
You're forgetting an obvious name.
Probably. It's probably one of the people that has an arrow up because I didn't write it soon enough. But Sabrina is still going to be 31, 32 that season. Very, very talented shooter, as we all know. Has improved driving and passing each year of her WNBA career. And as she gets into kind of aging, I think that her in-between game is going to get even better and she's still going to be an elite 3-point threat.
I had Asia number 1, Fee 2, as far as like, I just ranked in terms of like overall talent there, but Sabrina was 11 for me.
Sure.
I have some other players here. I have JuJu Watkins here.
Yeah, that was next for me as well.
I think I have a top 7 group of like Asia, Fee, Caitlin, JuJu, Aaliyah, Paige, and Sarah Strong. Then it's like a little bit more wide open for me. But JuJu, 20 now, will be 24, I believe 24 in 2030. That could be her third year, maybe her second year if she stays an extra year in college. All-time scoring talent, the athleticism, the off-ball defense. There's just so much there.
We've just never seen someone who is as good of a scorer that she is that's at that level as a defender and playmaker. Like, no one else that scores at that volume of the 26, 27, 28 points per game is defending the way that she does. It's so absurd.
In all of those 7 names I mentioned, those are players I could see like winning MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are probably like MVP caliber players that I think could reach that peak. Mm-hmm. But there's some other players that I think could be flyers to do that in my next group. So let's get to our first break. Then after that, we'll continue on with some more players we're buying stock in for the future. Most people can't name all of their financial accounts or even what they're worth. That's where Monarch Money comes into play. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings you your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Monarch does a heavy lifting for you. You can link all of your accounts in 1 minute, see clear data, visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and feel free in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONNBA. All right, to kick off segment 2, this is where I think it gets more interesting. Those are like the 7-8 names I expected to be listed. Is it? It's your pick, right? I think it's your pick first.
I think we should switch it up and you can go first in the next section.
All right, let's do it. First name I'm going with is I'm taking I'll take Angel Reese here.
Yeah,
I
think that she's just going to be an all-star every year that she plays.
There's one player I have ranked higher in terms of like upside. A couple players, but I think her level of floor, I think she's going to be an all-star every year.
Yeah.
With the rebounding, the playmaking growth, the drives improving with like just the overall like role change a little bit. So I think Angel's a nice pick here to bet on. Only 27 as well. She's a little bit younger than those players.
Yeah, that makes total sense. She's been really, really good when she's been healthy this season, and I see no reason that she shouldn't continue to get better. I think that I'm going to end up taking the player that you considered here and had higher in terms of talent, and I'm going to take Dominique Malonga.
How did you know?
She has grown so much as a player through her rookie season, had like back-to-back 20-point double-doubles against high-level front courts, and she moves in a way that shouldn't be possible at 6'6", and she's continuing to get better at playing the game of basketball. And as that grows, she's just going to get better.
The scary part with Dom here is that she is the same age as Sarah Strong.
Yeah.
Same age as like the other, like Hannah Hidalgo as well. She will only be 24. And she'll be 24, but she'll be a newly 24. So she doesn't turn 25 until that next December. Ridiculously young. She will only be a year older than players like Aaliyah Boston, Paige Beckers, and Caitlin Clark are right now.
Yeah.
So the upside, like you mentioned there, I think she'll be an all-star caliber player in this league.
Yeah.
If the shooting comes as well, that's where like the other level of play she could get to.
Right. That's where the ceiling shoots way up.
Cause like if she's a real threat, she's attacking so many closeouts. She's creating so many advantages off the drive.
That's so sick.
Next player for me, I'm going with Olivia Miles at this spot. Liv, 22 now, will be 27 in that 2030 season. One of the best live dribble passers we've ever seen play this game. Paired with also like the finishing. It's going to depend on where the shooting comes, but I still feel like there's a baseline level of skill around the shooting with the mid-range game to where even if she's not a 40% three-point shooter, she can still be an all-star caliber player. But if she is that good of a shooter, that's where you look at higher. If she's a 40% shooter, I would have maybe taken her 2 or 3 spots earlier than this.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. I have a couple players that I'm pretty sure will deliver all-star impact, but I'm not sure about the just raw points per game. I'm going to take Cameron Brink. Because I think that she's probably going to be at a deep defensive player of the year level. She's shown that she is an all defensive level defender when she's on the court. Missed a full season, which is really tough. But as she gets healthy and continues to grow, she's definitely going to be someone that delivers all-star level impact on the defensive end for the Sparks moving forward.
Cam's only thing, and the reason I was debating between Cam or Olivia Miles, but the reason I am taking Liv over Cam is, first of all, how many minutes is Cam going to play? Yeah. I don't remember how many minutes a game Ezzy was playing that first All-Star year. I believe it might have been like low 20s. No, actually, no. It was 32. She had that. She had that all defensive second team year. Played 24 minutes. So it's like, can you be an all-star playing 25 minutes a game?
Right. When you're just not going to rack up the same level of counting stats as someone that's playing 10 minutes more.
That was the issue with like Lan this year. I don't think Lan was playing more than 25 minutes a game, but her floor is like that level. Yeah. Maybe like Lan level. You throw in Ezzy's defense into that group, so where. It's just going to be health. Can she play games? Can she stay on the court and stay out of foul trouble? Yeah. Next pick for me, I'm taking the oldest player that might get picked here. I'm taking Breanna Stewart.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Like I said, the all-time greats are going to be all-star caliber players at that age. We saw Candace. How old was she in that 2020 season?
2008 draft, so she was... she was in year 12, so like 33, 34.
Yeah, she was actually 34, so right around the same age.
Mm-hmm.
Shot 51% from the field that year, MVP third, Defensive Player of the Year. So I think Stewie's a safe pick. I don't think
Sure.
the upside's there for MVP like we see now. The shooting already
Yeah.
falling off. Who knows what it's going to be like in 5 years when she's 35? But all-star level play, I think for sure.
Yeah, it's completely reasonable selection. I'm gonna forego a couple of my other defense first picks. I'm gonna take just a pure bucket getter. I'm gonna take who I think is one of the more underrated players in college basketball right now, and I'm gonna take Michaela Blakes. She scored 50 points twice as a freshman at Vanderbilt, and is just one of the best rim pressure guards and scorers in the country. And I think that there's a very high chance that she is at an all-star level in 2030. She'll be, I think, 25 then. So 24, 25.
I think she'll be 23.
Ooh, even younger. But she's a super sick player.
Yeah, she's only 19. She doesn't turn 20 until the very end of December. So she's like a year younger than Dom, or a month younger than Dom. I wrote, just for some insight into my process here, I wrote down 45 names. I was like, I'm going to write as many names so Lincoln can't mention someone that's not on my board so I could reference their age. So yeah, Michaela Blakes, I had her in my all-star group towards the end just because of like the size and the frame worries. But Michaela Blakes is an awesome scorer. The off-ball ability. Yep. I don't know if she can quite be Kelsey Mitchell, but that level of off-ball movement and just like twitch off the ball, there's something there for just to get buckets.
Yeah,
at the least.
And all-star games love bucket getters.
They do. I'm gonna go with since I took Stewie last, I'm gonna go with the upside pick, and I'm taking Awa Pham.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my top 13. Then Awa was 14 for me. 19 now, will be 23 in that 2030 season. If she comes over immediately, does it 26 her first year, 27 second year, that could be like her year 5 year. And typically, even the international players, you're going to be, if you're a real superstar, you're going to be by that 5th year, you're going to be showing something as like an all
for sure.
talent.
Yeah. Awa is so fun.
Great player.
My next pick, I'm going to go a little older, someone that's one of the current All-Stars. I'm going to take Jackie Young.
Yep.
Just a tremendous all-around wing. Does everything you could ask from her position. She's a great scorer and solid defender, and she's going to be taking up more and more playmaking volume as she gets older. So I'm interested to see what that process will kind of look like for her. It should be fun.
I think 32 could be one of like her last prime years.
Yeah.
And it might not even be like her prime anymore. Just it's going to be where the shooting settles for me. Like she's been 38% for the last 2 years from 3. If the athleticism drops by like 15%, then that's where it's like.
Yeah.
But she'll get the counting numbers, I think. Next pick for me, I'm going to take Hannah Hidalgo here.
Completely reasonable selection.
Bucket getter. She's 20 now, will be 25 in 2030. Same class, of course, as potentially as JuJu Watkins. One of the best guard defenders, prospects we've ever seen. So I think Hannah's a nice spot here.
Yeah. I want to take my biggest gambling pick next.
Okay.
This is you're going to laugh at this one, but this is someone that I have believed in strongly since their rookie showing.
Shakira Austin?
Yeah, it's Shakira Austin. The injuries have really been troublesome, but she has delivered all-star level impact at times when she's healthy. And if she can string together 20 games to start a season where she's healthy and playing at a high level, I think this is absolutely plausible. She's going to be right in the middle of her prime in 2030, year 7, year 8 in the league. And she's just such a talented player.
The issue with what you mentioned is when healthy at times.
Yeah. She hasn't been able to string it together yet. But hopefully by 2030 she can just run one off.
There's one more front court player that I don't know if will get picked, but has similar concerns where I'm like, as they age, I don't know what the health looks like.
Yeah.
When they've already missed so many games. So she could. I had her listed here. I figured you might mention her, but
because she's just so talented.
She is extremely talented. It's going to be the health.
Yeah.
Before we get to our final break, I'm going to go with my last player here. I'm going to go with a safe pick. I'm taking Sonia Citron.
Yeah.
I think Citron's like the safest, one of the safest like role player bets we've seen, and she's like already better than that. 21 this year. She'll be 26 in 2030.
And was an All-Star as a rookie.
All-Star as a rookie. That's also why it's a very safe bet. And this year, she's been taking on like top 3 usage. And even after the Sykes trade, she's still been like very productive. So I think if she's your third star on a title contender, I think she could be an all-star as well, even in prime.
I absolutely agree, 100%.
So let's get to our final break, then finish off this prediction. Okay, Lincoln, I think we are 18 names through, so
yep, this is where it's going to get interesting. We're getting to the point where these are players that I'm less sure about, and it's just like, who do you like and who are you projecting to be really good? So I'm going to take Layla Lacan to open the third segment. She showed up in Connecticut and was instantly an impact defender, impactful as a rim pressure guard. And they've been winning her minutes, which is really impressive for a team that was the worst team in WNBA history through 20 games.
The reason I didn't have Lacan higher is the shooting.
Yeah.
She shot it well overseas. If she's an league average shooter, she's an all-star.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like under 20%, but does everything else at a very high level.
Yeah. She's so fun. I love basketball.
Next for me, I'm taking Ryan Howard.
Yeah.
25 will be 30 in 2030. The efficiency's not what you want, but the defense, the off-ball defense specifically, is some of the best in the league. And I still feel like, even though she is 30%, I believe the true shooting talent is higher than that. We'll see what the role looks like by her 2030 season. I don't know if she'll still be a number 2 option. Maybe she scales down to like a number 3 or a number 4. I don't know what that looks like, but high level wing, and you got to bet on those players.
Yeah, we love initiators with like people who can initiate offense with size, which goes right into my next pick. I'm going to take Madison Booker.
That was my next
Texas.
name.
She's such a fun shot creator, such a fun passer. At 6'1", 6'2", she can do a little bit of everything on offense. She is like a very projectable defender. It's not necessarily there right now, but she has all the tools. She has the length, the size, and everything you could ask for in someone to be like a big wing initiator. And I think she has a very high ceiling as a player.
For my next pick, I'm taking Lauren Betts here.
Yeah.
It's so difficult with these 6'7" drop bigs, or even like 6'5" drop bigs. I feel like with this skill set, you're either going to be a top 15 player, or you're going to be like
borderline unplayable.
Yeah, it's like there's not a lot of middle ground to like what your value is for a winning team. So is Lauren Betts closer to? I mean, there's not many examples like the Brittany Griner, like tiers below where BG was at, or it's just like high level impact. She's gonna have the stats. We know that. It's just like, how does it impact winning? 26 years old that year. I think she's closer to that as a prospect of like all-star group versus like, I think Camille Cardozo is like not someone I have here because I don't think she's gonna reach that threshold to be an all-star.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's time to go back to the bucket getter well. I'm gonna take Rakia Jackson.
Ooh.
A high-level scorer on the wing. She has improved a lot of the areas that were weaknesses for her in college. She's been a better off-ball player than we predicted, and she is still very capable of going and getting a bucket when you need her to. And All-Star games love bucket getters.
I believe this is our final name, and then I'll run through some other players you had listed and things like that, because I have so many players that I still think have a chance here.
A couple more players that I would like to give shout-outs to as well.
To round it out, I'm gonna take Flau'jae Johnson here.
Yeah.
Again, bet on wings. 21 will be 26 in that 2030 season.
Mm-hmm.
Shot creation, high-level defensive upside, finishing, overall level of creativity. If you want to play fast as the game continues to evolve, this is someone you want to have on your team. It just depends the passing, but that's more ceiling based to me than hitting an all-star.
For sure.
What other names did you have listed?
My next pick would have been Sanaya Rivers.
Okay. I had Sanaya.
Just an athlete who does stuff. Mm-hmm. It's super fun to watch. Tanaya Latson.
Yep.
And then Kiki Iriafen, Kiki Rice, and Ezi Magbagor were my next couple.
My next ones were Kiki Iriafen, Ezi Magbagor. I threw in Satu. This is the one player I was injuries.
I was going back and forth on her too.
And like I looked at with the players that were all-stars after their age 32 season, you're not going to find players that had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, true.
So I think her prime might be shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey Plum as well. I think KP could have a chance to age gracefully.
Really, really nicely, yeah.
Where with the older players, I think your bet is more on players that don't win on pure speed. It's more at the change of pace, their strength. That's why I have KP listed here, but I did not really consider Kelsey Mitchell. I just don't think there's enough ancillary.
Well, Plum is, I think, a year younger than Kelsey Mitchell too.
I honestly think K Mitch might be younger. Actually,
I don't really know. I don't remember. Wait, no, yeah, because K Mitch is 2018, Plum is 17.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Then Leash as well should be 35. I don't know how that.
Yeah,
I don't know how she's gonna be able to do that at age 35.
Yeah.
Other veterans like Kalia Copper, it's the same kind of idea. Big athleticism. She could still be a Tiffany Hayes level player, maybe.
Very, very good level. Yeah, high level player.
But is she an all-star?
Right.
Alana Smith, 33. These players typically don't yield all-star level play at age 33. Maybe she does.
Right.
It might be more impact versus overall statistical output. Junquo Jones, I don't know, but all-time great.
Yeah.
Those are the veterans I had listed. For some young players that I was considering as well, Jordan Horston will be 28 that year. Sanaya Hall is my ultimate upside play. Did not draft her. Sanaya Hall is the youngest possible player you could find for this. She's 17 right now, so 2030 is her draft class.
Yeah.
So she looks like the best prospect in high school basketball, and typically if you're the players that have won MVP at the Under-19 World Cup for USA became all-time greats. It's Paige, Becker, Stewie, Caitlin, Paige. It's all of the superstar players. Asia as well in that group. Other mentions here, I have Sila Swords. I think Sila could potentially have a case. Mylasia Fulwiley is another upside play. Ultimate upside. She'll be 24. Kiki Rice, like you said. Veronica Burton will be 30 that year. We've seen a huge leap this year. Does that continue? Iana Martin from Spain, she'll be 24 as well. Yuste Yosite, number 5 pick in last year's draft. She'll be 24 that year. And one more name I have here is Leonie Phoebus. She'll be 30 that year. It might be more. I don't think she'll have the stats to get there.
Definitely an all-star impact player, though.
But if you're 6'4", you can shoot. I'm interested to see if eventually someone tries to turn her into a higher usage player as your ultimate off-ball.
A lot of expansion drafts coming up.
That is true. So who knows?
Anything can happen. There's a whole lot of basketball to be played before 2030 gets here.
And see, since I mentioned like 50 players, like over 50 players there, like I've got a good shot. That's two
One of
All-Star
them's got to be right. One of them's got to be right.
I've got 2 All-Star rosters, and I'm gonna look back at this in 2030 and see how many I get. There's still probably gonna be at least under like 5 names. You think there's over under 5 players?
Oh, I would be upset if we got like less than 10 right.
I would say over under 5 All-Stars that I did not mention.
Oh, I hope to go under. It's hard.
Yeah.
There's probably some random like high school senior right now that is going to be a superstar that we don't know about yet.
That's true.
Who knows? Anything is possible.
Maybe by age 40, like Alyssa Thomas is still playing.
Yeah, she's an indestructible, pure force of mental fortitude and will. Are you going to tell her to retire? I'm not going to tell her to retire.
I'm not. I enjoy watching Alyssa Thomas play.
Yeah.
So thanks for making Lost Women's Basketball your first listen every day, or your second listen. We appreciate our second listens here at Locked On Women's Basketball. Also, check out Locked On NBA. It is a podcast where there is no off-season. Doug, Matt, and Hayes keep you up to date on contract negotiations, rumors, and everything you need to be the most informed NBA fan. Find Locked On NBA on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.